Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a very boring, a very disgusting 2 games from Team Mehdi. Iran disappoints once again. Not surprised because in 2025, it's just been garbage performance after garbage performance after garbage performance from Iran. We were actually excited for these games. A couple days ago, me and Darren came on to break down the potential game against Egypt, the game against Cape Verde. We broke it down. We were excited. New faces, new teams, new challengers for Team Meli. We got our hopes up, and our hopes got crushed. I'll tell you, at least for me, Darren will give his opinions right now, but at least for me, Maya, I'm not impressed. My hopes were too high for these games. I did not see what I wanted to see from Team Meli against Cape Verde, and then eventually Uzbekistan because Egypt bum couldn't beat Uzbekistan, and we had to play them once again. I believe it was the seventh or eighth time
Oh,
we've played Uzbekistan in the last 2 years. 8 times in the last 2 years. I'm sick of this match. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Iran Uzbekistan World Cup final at this point because the amount of times we just somehow come up against these horrible football players, a horrible team. They do not try to win. They don't try to win. There's the reason why Uzbekistan's scores are always 0-0, 1-1. It always draws. Look at Uzbekistan's games the last 3-4 years. They just draw, 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 draw. Boring team. But anyway, we didn't play Egypt. That's also a massive disappointment. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna break it down. Obviously, I have Darren here. Gonna pull him up on the screen. Darren's here to break down the games with me. We're gonna talk about Cape Verde. We're gonna talk about Uzbekistan. So Darren, initial thoughts, bro. How are you doing? Anything to say?
how's it going, Puya? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, definitely a little disappointed, but there were some positives from these two games that we can discuss. Yeah, definitely, overall, definitely disappointed. I'm not too ticked off, but we did see players get opportunities, so that is some, that are those are some good signs. But again, it's just so annoying how shitty our federation is. If you look at other teams in Asia who they're playing against and then who we're going up against, it's just ridiculous. And we always coincidentally go up against Uzbekistan. We played in the first round of World Cup qualifiers, finished first place, and then the next round we somehow end up in the same group with them again. And then we played in a bunch of friendlies, so it's just ridiculous. And it just feels like I watched Iran and Uzbekistan for the billionth time. That's I know you said 6 or 7 times, but it feels like we played them a billion times.
And the thing is, it's not. There's never been a good Iran Uzbekistan game. None of them
No,
are good.
there have.
No, no, no. I'm sorry. No, even the ones where I think we drew once 2-2, like last year or earlier this year, that game sucked. It's not fun to watch. The matchup
Carlos
is
Queiroz era, there
it's
were some
just
good games against Uzbekistan, like entertaining. I don't know if you've seen them, but they were. You
under
know what I'm talking
Kairos.
about? Yeah,
Are you
under
talking
the
about
Kairos.
what?
Yeah, like under the Kairos era when we played
Yeah,
against
I know, but
Uzbek.
I'm talking about the last 2 years under Galanas. Galanas, the coach, bro. Boring, just horrible games to watch. They're not fun. It's not like El Clasico where Barcelona and Real Madrid play each other 3 or 4 times a year. Every
Don't
time it's
ever
a
compare
great
Iran
game.
to El Clasico.
It's the opposite of El Clasico. It's El Shitiko. It's the worst game in Asian football probably out of the big teams. It's awful. It's never good, especially the last 2 years under
At
Galanov.
this point, Uzbekistan might as well be Iran's new rivals. I hate to say it. Personally, in Iranian football history, I would say our biggest rivals are South Korea and Iraq. But at this point now, we could consider Uzbekistan as our rival too, because we played them a good chunk of times. For me, the biggest rival team that we has is South Korea. I don't know. What do you think?
Bro, how many times have we played South Korea the last 10 years? It's been very limited.
We
Dude, the
haven't played
last game, when is the last time we played South Korea? I don't even remember.
under Dragon Skocic in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. Usually
Yeah,
we
I
get
mean,
grouped up with. See, before we would always play South Korea, which I didn't mind. I was like, okay, it is a little repetitive, but at
yeah.
least we're playing a solid team in Asia. They have good players. They are our rivals, and I do love watching those Iran and Korea games. In the last World Cup qualifier cycle, we played them twice. We drew once when we were really good that game. We should have won the game. We really deserved to win that game, but somehow Korea tied. Got some luck. And then the next game when we played them in Seoul, we had six key players missing due to COVID, and then we lost 2-0. Fucking Shosho Khalizadeh's worst games ever. I don't know if you've seen that game.
I remember, bro. I watched those games. I watched those games.
And then, overall, Iran and Korea games are just very entertaining. You remember when Reza Gucci scored that game winner? I was in Iran.
But anyway, bro. Who cares about the Koreans, bro? We don't even play those guys anymore. Not fuck the Koreans. So we like K-pop.
I'm a Korea hater with all the respect. So
I like K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters is good. But anyway, before we get sidetracked, let's just get started because we have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the Cape Verde game. We're going to talk about what was supposed to be the Egypt game, but Egypt is a bum team, and I didn't realize how bad they are. And we're going to talk about the Uzbekistan game, and then we're going to talk about Mehdi Taremi. Had a lot of things to say after the game today. We have a little tweet here summing up everything he had to say. We're gonna talk about it. What was that?
He had a lot to talk, even more than Kholizadeh.
More than Kholizadeh. Yeah, Kholizadeh is the guy that's always yapping and opening his mouth for no reason. But anyway, I don't give a shit about Kholizadeh's words mean nothing. That's
the best defender in Asia. He's me and Kanoni are the best center backs in Asia right now.
He's a bitch. He's a bitch. He's an idiot. But let's start with the Cape Verde game. 0-0. The only positive for me in this game is you alluded to it, clean sheet, and the penalties were good. Like, we take good penalties. For me, only two positives. Only two positives from this game because
there's another big positive too. You're missing out. So another positive I would say is Majid Hosseini. Again,
yes, okay. We'll talk about the individual performances right now, but overall, this isn't an eye sport. This isn't a one-player sport. The whole team.
The correct lineup.
What was that?
Like the lineup is not even correct. Like
FootMob has it. I don't know what's FootMob's problem, but this is not how. Oh yeah. This is not how it actually looked like on the field, obviously. But these are the players that started. But overall, this game, I mean, it for a guy, I don't know, that just pisses me off. Like, I was reminded, actually, by people on Twitter that Gallinoi is the guy that came out when he was signed as the national team manager, as the team manager. And he's the guy that came out and said, we're going to play attacking football. It's going to be good. We're going to score lots of goals. And then we're 7 months out from the World Cup and we're producing a 0-0 game against Cape Verde. The defense was cool, right? Like, cool. Good defense. I mean, maybe Cape Verde had like one good chance this game, but the defense is solid. But my issue is we had solid defense under Queiroz. We had solid defense in those last two World Cups, but that didn't get us over the line. Scoring goals was what was missing, and we did not score the goals that would clinch us round of 16, the last two World Cups. We were not clinical enough. We weren't. We didn't take our 2018. We didn't score the goals against Spain when we could have scored 3 goals in the second half against Spain. Against Portugal, the Taremi miss last second. Other chances we missed in that Portugal game last year. Or not last year, last World Cup. The game against USA. We could have had 3 goals. Azmoun, Torabi, someone else had another massive opportunity that game, and we didn't take them. Goals is the problem for Iran at World Cups. And we're less than 7 months away from the World Cup, and we couldn't register a goal. In this game, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the game, if you're living under a rock, the Uzbekistan game, we didn't score a single goal. And my issue with this, Darren, is we only have 4 more games until we play a World Cup match. We will have 2 friendlies in March, and then usually we have 2 friendlies right before the World Cup. So we only have 4 games. There's no international break until March next year. We have 4 friendlies left until we play our next World Cup match. Let that sink in. And in these 2 games, this is why these games are so important. This is why me and Darren were so excited that we're playing in Cape Verde, potentially in Egypt, new faces, because we get to challenge ourselves. Let's see how we can attack against the African teams. Well, we showed in this game, we can't attack for shit against the African teams because we couldn't make any chances. We had like maybe 1 chance. And it wasn't even a clear-cut. We didn't have a clear-cut chance. I think in these 2 legs, we didn't have a chance where we come away saying, oh my God, he should have scored that. That was a tap in. Oh my God. I don't think we did from my memory. I don't think we did. So overall, the performance attacking wise in this Cape Verde game, boring. I mean, I was just yawning half. First of all, the games are really early, so that's why I was yawning. But also, I was just yawning because it's boring. It's static. It's not dynamic. Not exciting, bro. It's not exciting. Now, credit to the defense, like you said. I thought Majid Hosseini, excellent, bro. Like, he'll be starting at the World Cup. There's no excuse unless he gets injured again. He needs to be starting. And I was just so impressed. For a guy who hasn't played a game for Iran in a while, he just came back in and it was business as usual. Business as usual for him. So good on him. Hossein Zadeh was all right in this game. I was expecting a lot from him in these two games because he was so good against Russia and against Tanzania a month ago. But yeah, man, just overall, more disappointed with how the midfield and attack were trying to put things together. And I just don't know what Gandano is telling these guys when it comes to the attack. I don't know.
I mean, we almost know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Overall, the game was like, I think the biggest positive we could take is we kept 3 clean sheets in a row in our last 3 games. And usually that's been an issue under Haladinoy. I mean, I think scoring goals has never been an issue under Haladinoy. If anything, I would say our attack has actually looked a lot stronger under Haladinoy versus Kairos. I think it's looked a lot stronger, or at least a bit stronger at the very least. So, I don't think the attack has been. But I mean, lately, the attack has been off. I will admit that.
Yeah, lately.
But overall, I would say the attack under Valinoy has been very strong and actually very clinical. I have to say, it's just, in these games, there's no spark, no creativity, and that's just due to Valinoy not using the right players together. Linking up the right players. I mean, he's giving people opportunities, which is great, but we should have seen this a lot earlier. I feel like it's a little too late. I mean, at least continue building upon it. Because, like you said, there's 4 games left until we play our first World Cup match, and who knows who it will be against. I think from this lineup against Cape Verde, another positive was I think Barovan looked really good too, and he's starting to look good again. So don't hate on Barovan, guys. So what do you think about that, Barovan?
I mean, I know there was a lot of talk earlier this year, like, okay, maybe Barovan shouldn't be the goalie, but listen, sometimes I just think you got to throw form out of the window. And if someone gets called up to the national team, regardless of what they're doing at the club level, and they perform when they put on the Team Melli jersey, I don't care. It's like the Rezayan complex. Rezayan, no one thought, everyone just forgot about him after 2018. But I was calling for this guy. He needs to be in the squad for 2022. What I saw in 2018, this guy brings it every single time for Iran. He does. He brings that energy. And again, in the 2022 World Cup, Rezayan out of nowhere was one of our best performers again. And a lot of people were saying he shouldn't be in the squad. So Bayram Van's one of these guys where he performs. When he plays for Iran and at these tournaments, he shows up. So I trust Bayram Van. I've always trusted Bayram Van. I've never turned on him. And for a guy that's put in so many good performances for us at World Cups and at Asia Cups the last 10 years, I feel like people need to respect him more. I don't know why people hate on him so much, but people will hate, man. I don't know. They're just weird.
The defense. Mr. Holizadeh starts. Daniel Esmalikar, decent player, but I don't think he will make the World Cup squad. I feel like we have so many right backs. Nemati, he is a squad player. He's all right, nothing special. I think when he first got called upon in the beginning of the World Cup fire, and he was playing, he looked pretty decent. He looked pretty good, but I think he's just good at the best. Nothing special in my eyes. What do you think about that?
He's not a Hosseini. If we're first game of the World Cup, I'd much rather have Hosseini playing.
No, of course.
1,000%.
I'm just saying, like, when he first played for Team Melli, when I saw him play, like, he was actually pretty decent. But I I would say overall, like at the best, I could just say he's good. Like nothing more than that. Like he's decent, but definitely not better than Kanoni or Hosseini for sure.
Yeah.
But and then yeah, I don't know why Kanoni didn't start. I mean, why did you want to use Shoja Khalizad in both games? Like homie
Well,
is
I think what you
on
got to
last line.
realize, I think we got to realize when you look at this lineup right now, at least from the Cape Verde game, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of those guys in that starting 11 will for sure probably be starting first World Cup game. Beyranvan, Hosseini, Kholizadeh, Ezatolahi, Mohebi, Taremi, and Godos. All those guys will be starters.
I think Hossein Zadeh will too, maybe. But it's like when
Maybe,
it's like
but
on the but it's on like it's like 50-50. Like there's I
you
feel like
gotta see how Golizadeh comes back from his injury in March.
no
You
no
gotta see
no
how
I'm
he's
just
looking.
no Hossein Zadeh, but Mojave. I mean, yeah, I mean, I like
7 of
how
those.
they're,
That's 7 starters right there. That's 7 guys that'll be starting.
but
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think among those 7 players who have a guaranteed starting spot in your eyes, or you just mentioned, one of them should definitely not start. I mean, and it's just plain and simple why he shouldn't be starting. I mean, Hossein Kanoni, like we need that what do you call like that crazy vibes on the team. Like
You need to
none of
give
these,
up on it. You need to because bro, we have the way bro, Kholizadeh has played and started every game this year for Team Melli, I think. He's going to be starting for us at the next World Cup unfortunately. So I feel like you can say that he shouldn't start, but the reason I put his name in there is not because I want him to be a guaranteed starter, but Gandanoy is showing us with his actions that, yeah, this is my guy. He's going to be the center back leader.
I mean, I agree, but I'm just saying like I feel like every team needs one player on their team who's crazy, brings that like positive energy, gets in the heads of his opponent's team. And among all these players on Team Elite, the only person who is like that is Hossein Kanoni. We need that guy to be starting over Shojo Khalizadeh. I think Kanoni is underrated. I mean, I know he was injured in the last international window. He didn't call up, he didn't play. Fine. I know these games don't really matter, but he needs to be playing next games. He's doing good for Paris Police. Khalizadeh, I know he's doing good for Tractor, but like, come on, Kanoni has played so well for Team Italy. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Kanoni really have a disappointing match for Iran. Or like, I've seen him have average games or mid games, but I don't think I've seen him like poor performances like Shoja Khalizadeh getting red cards, running on his last legs like a chicken who's about to die. And then, yeah, the midfield, I have no complaints about the two center midfielders. I think I really like Orbani. I mean, I don't like the fact he's playing in Emirates. He was literally in Russia. He was literally in Sapahan. Then he went to Russia, and then he moved to the Dubai League, Al Wahda. I
Yeah.
mean, but he is young, so hopefully he can make a move. And just a heads up that UAE just missed out on the World Cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
so if
Iraq.
players playing in UAE, please leave UAE for next season.
117th minute penalty, I think it was. Crazy.
Yeah, and then I mean, Said Ezatolahi, I feel like you can. It's so obvious. Like when Iran plays without him, you could definitely you can definitely see that they're lost. They look lost, and we even saw that today against Uzbekistan when he got injured. Unfortunately, I don't think it was anything serious,
I don't think it's a serious, yeah.
but you can. I'm just saying, like you can see Team Ali looks very lost. Like it looks like a little kid just entered the playground for the first time. They lost their friend, and they're just looking for a friend. That's basically what Team Ali looked like to me.
Yeah.
Mohabi Rodus, pretty decent games. I definitely do want to see more creativity, more goals from Godus. I haven't seen him score in a while, but yeah, I mean he brings that magic. He still has some magic left in him. Definitely feel like it would be nice to see him and Hossein Nejad play together, but we'll talk about that another time.
The thing is, Godos shouldn't be. He was kind of like. I think what FootMob got wrong here is Godos and Mohebi were switched, so Godos was like
Yeah, he
supposed to
was
be
the
the
10.
10.
Godus was playing as attacking
I don't
midfielder.
think Godos should be that. I think it should be him and Ezatollah deep lying
Yeah, and then
playmakers.
Hossein Nejad plays as the 10. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I don't think Godos should be this high up the field, in my
But he's
opinion.
capable of playing that role, and I don't mind it. But I'm just saying, in this game, he played as the 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Mohabi, he played really well. I mean, I know he didn't score, but Mohabi, he works really hard. I like that. He tracks back. He doesn't complain. He's committed. He's disciplined. He's brave. So that's good. Hossein Zadeh, I know he's been pretty good lately for Galinoy lately, but I would say the last 1 or 2 games he's been average. But that's fine. You're not going to be perfect every game. So let him have those average or bad performances. He'll learn from it. He'll get the experience. He'll get stronger. It's fine. Like, this is the whole point of friendly games. Like, it's not. I'm not expecting everyone to put a 10 out of 10 performance, especially if it's guys who are not really playing or really getting any minutes. If it's guys who are young, let them get the experience. Fine. And if it's a major game and if they disappoint, then that's where we can really start to, diss about it. But again, these are just friendlies. So yeah, Taremi, I mean, you could definitely see he's not really impressed with how the team is playing. I mean, but yeah, overall the game against Cape Verde, we definitely could have scored. I think Ezatullah, he had like the best chances in this game. A guy who's only scored 1 time in his debut for Team Elite when he was 17, and we haven't ever seen him score a goal for Team Elite again. And he's had chances to score, but yeah, unfortunately he hasn't. He scored against Spain. Goal got ruled out at the World Cup in the most unfortunate and unfair way. I still don't agree with that decision. Yeah, I mean, and then Mr. Kholizadeh missed an open goal this game, and then Galinoy was even yelling, "Was that you?" Like, surprised and pissed off. But yeah, like you said, when we go to penalties, I do have hope. Like, I'm not really that nervous. Usually when a game goes to a penalties shootout, I'm definitely nervous, but I'm a lot less nervous when it's Iran, because at least I know, hey, we're good at penalty shootouts. I know we lost it in the penalty shootouts, but it was just due to poor penalties. I mean, I think I would have scored those penalties, with all respect, the guys who missed today. But we'll talk about that game in a bit. But yeah, Cape Verde, they showed fighting spirit. They looked decent. I mean, they did qualify to World Cup. Again, I'd rather be playing Cape Verde versus Qatar, Uzbekistan, Syria, teams we play repetitively every international window. I know they're not as strong, but at least they're a team from Africa. We can definitely play against another team in another continent, because it's not like at the World Cup we're going to be playing a team from Asia. We need to play teams from Africa, North America, South America, Europe. We can't just keep playing Asian teams. It's just ridiculous. It's not like we're playing the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game, yeah, they had one good chance. Cape Verde, they did a goal line clearance when Ezatullah was about to score. He had a really good header. Goalie made a good save. I mean, yeah, again, I think they're a team on the rise, and they finished first place in the group. So I was actually pretty satisfied with this matchup. So I wasn't like, oh, we're playing Cape Verde. I'll take it. But obviously we could play better teams for sure. But it's better than what we would play for. But yeah, those are my thoughts about this game. And penalties were excellent. Nothing to be said. We won the shootout. Good penalties, crisp, clinical, placed perfectly, and yeah, we were just a more experienced team, and that's what helped us win.
Yeah. I just think my biggest complaint with Iran when we don't score our chances we get in these games is like, in my eyes, this was a draw. Like, sure, it's you go to penalties because it's the Al Ain Cup, whatever the hell this cup was called. But my problem with it's not a win. Like, the players know that they drew. It was 0-0. We did not win this game, and we just shot penalties because we're doing some little bullshit tournament. But I really think it's important going into the World Cup to just get some wins, get some consistency. The players score goals. They know they know what it feels like to score a goal, and they can believe in themselves to put away the chances they get. Like, just building this inner self-belief and confidence by getting these wins and building that momentum. And I really wanted this game to, because we lost to Russia, we beat Tanzania. I really wanted this to start like a little winning streak, because in my eyes, this isn't a win, it's a draw. And in my eyes, the game against Uzbekistan is not a win or loss. It's a draw. So we've won, drawn, and drawn the last 3 games, in my opinion. And ideally, I wanted it to be win, win, win. And then we get another 2 friendlies in March, 2 more wins, and then get another 2 friendlies before the World Cup. Another win, another win. All of a sudden, you would have been on a 7-game winning streak going into your first game at the World Cup. Very confident. Now, they have a chance to play 4 games most likely and go on a little nice 4-game winning streak before the World Cup. But it's just building that momentum. Like, momentum is pretty important going into the World Cup, in my opinion, especially when you're a team like Iran. You're not like a Germany. You're not a Spain where you could just rely on individual brilliance. Like, you need your team to be optimized from their health, from their mental aspect of the game, their confidence. So that's why, like, I get annoyed with these games, is because we need these little games. We need these little wins to just keep leveling up a little and taking our mental and physical side of the game up more and more before the World Cup. And it's just a missed opportunity to not get a win.
I
But yeah,
agree.
I think that's where my biggest frustrations come from.
But no, it's just like usually with Iran and usually before leading up to the World Cup, before the World Cup, usually the games in the March window and the May window are a lot more competitive and a lot better against better teams. So the Iranian Federation usually we usually get to play some decent teams. I mean, if you saw and lead up to the 2018 World Cup, we played teams like Algeria. They didn't qualify the World Cup at that time, but they were still a decent team with Mahrez, some other players.
They won. They won. They won AFCON the year later in 2019.
Exactly. No, but they didn't qualify to the 2018 World Cup.
Yeah, but it was a good team.
Was,
that's your point. Yeah.
And then we played Tunisia, which a team that did qualify World Cup. We lost because of an own goal, but I mean it was unlucky. But at least we were like, okay, it's fine. It was an unfortunate own goal. We were the better team, whatever. And then we played Sierra Leone. We played I think Uzbekistan leading up to the World Cup. And then who else did we play? Oh, and we played Turkey. And I feel like that was a very good test for Team Italy. I know Turkey didn't qualify World Cup and we lost because Elizabeth Cheshmi was clumsy that game. But I feel like after that loss, like Iran witnessed so many weaknesses and realized so many weaknesses leading up to the Morocco game. And they worked on their weaknesses and they overcame them, and then they performed brilliantly against Morocco and won the game. So, like you see, like I know we played the teams I just mentioned. Only one of them was in the World Cup, but they're fairly strong teams. Like Turkey, Tunisia, Algeria, Sierra Leone, Uzbekistan. And in 2022, you saw. I think we had some of the best friendly matches.
Senegal, Uruguay.
Then we played. I think we had more. Oh, and we also played Algeria again.
Yeah.
But we lost. Who else? And then we played Algeria. We played. We played Bolivia too. 1-0. We won 1-0. Not really nothing too special. We did play Tunisia again. We lost 2-0, but it was a close unofficial friendly, kind of like a practice, like a scrimmage.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, and then we played against Uruguay and Senegal, got good results and felt really hopeful. So I'm hoping that's how it's going to be like for the next two international windows. Definitely going to raise my hopes. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Cape Verde game, but do not fear, guys. There was another game. We got to play the mighty record AFCON champions, Egypt.
Oh, they had a Ballon d'Or winner in this game too.
Just kidding.
No, they had a Ballon d'Or winner.
What?
There was a Ballon d'Or winner in this game too.
Oh, Cannavaro. Yeah, Cannavaro.
Yeah. He has a Ballon d'Or, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fugazi Ballon d'Or, in my
opinion. No, I'm joking.
Fugazi Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. But let me just shift us over.
Got a red card. I forgot about that.
World Cup tax on Cannavaro's. But anyway, yeah. Surprise, surprise. Like we already said a million times in this game or in this video. We played Uzbekistan. Shout out Egypt for being a failure country. And it was another 0-0 game. Another 0-0 game, and we quote unquote lose. Again, I'm not counting these as wins or losses. These for me are draws. And this was the starting 11. Now, I thought this game was more disappointing than the Cape Verde game, in my opinion. I think the Cape Verde game was a little stronger from us. I don't know if you agree, but
No, we were definitely better against Cape Verde. I mean,
yeah.
I think
And
Uzbekistan.
I just don't know. Again, look at Foot Mob. Look at Foot Mob. They have Majid Hosseini at left wing. Like these guys are idiots.
Shire Mohalu must be so pissed seeing this lineup. He was like, "Where the hell was I?"
Yeah.
I
But
was like,
anyway, how it really lined up was Beiranvan, Kholizad, and Hosseini in the back. Hardoni, I believe, was left back
"No,
and
he was
right
right
back.
back."
Sorry, he was right back, and Mohammadi was left back. The midfield two was where is he? Ezatulahi and Hashim Nejad,
No,
right?
no, Kudus, Kudus.
Oh, right. Godus is right here. Yeah, Godus and Ezatulahi were the midfield two. Look at Footmom, man. What a dumbass platform. And the front four was Hossein Zada, Hashim Nejad, Taremi, and Ali Adipur. Um, the other thing about these Uzbekistan games is like I could come on here and get mad about the performance, right? But also you have to take into account like these two teams, like I said, have played each other 7 times in the last 2 years. They know each other very well. These players know each other very well. They know what Taremi like. Like a Taremi knows, knows a lot about Kushanov, and Kushanov knows a lot about Taremi. Like these players, these two groups of players are very familiar with each other. So this is another reason why I don't like the Uzbekistan games is because sometimes I feel like we can't be too harsh because both of these teams are so well acquainted with each other that they know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And that's why you get so many like draws and close games against Uzbekistan and Iran the past couple of years. But even then, regardless, just the performance overall compared to other Uzbekistan games that we've had on Nogandanoy, this is one of the worst ones against Uzbekistan, to be honest. Like this was really underwhelming.
I partially agree with you and partially disagree with you.
Okay. Anyway, you could expand on that after. I'm almost done. I don't have. That's the thing. I don't have a crazy take on this game or anything, so I'll let you take it away in a bit. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck between those two boats. But again, when I compare this performance to other Uzbekistan performances, it just wasn't good. It just there wasn't. I had more hope from the Cape Verde game because we did have like 2 or 3 chances. This game, I believe we really had only like one chance. I think, if I remember, I was watching this game on the side while I was at work. But if I don't know if my memory is jogging me, but I believe we had like one chance this game. And Uzbekistan went down to 10 men, and we still couldn't break them down. Now, obviously, when a team goes down to 10 men, it either goes two ways. Like they either collapse or they defend even harder. So this Uzbekistan team, when they play 11 men against 11, they already play so defensive. They now have an Italian head coach from peak Italian football, Italia 2006, World Cup champion, Ballon d'Or winner, right? You reduce them to 10 men, Uzbekistan is never going to crumble if with a red card. They are only going to pack their box with more defenders and defend even harder. And I feel like that's kind of what happened. So, yeah, if I'm to choose Iran's best player this game, probably like a Hosseini again. I mean, Chuchi or Chachi, whatever his name is, that came off the bench. He was
There was three
good.
players who stood out to me,
What was that?
actually. Three. I think I would say like 3 or 4 players actually stood out to me this game, like in a positive way.
All right, then take it away. Talk about the game. Talk about which players impressed you.
I mean, yeah, basically, like you mentioned, I mean, typical Iran Uzbekistan game, super bored, super annoying. At this point, I'm just sick and tired of it. I mean, we played them so many times. Uh, and like you mentioned, when Uzbekistan did get a red card, they honestly defended better, and because they have an Italian head coach, World Cup winner, center back, Ballon d'Or, so it basically felt like he was their 11th man. I mean, I know he wasn't on the pitch, but it felt like he was controlling the team with his words, and he basically gave every player on the pitch headphones, and he was basically controlling them with his words, and they were basically defending like Cannavaro. You get what I mean. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I think Barrowland had a really good game. He made some good saves. He came out really well. I mean, I know he didn't save that 1v1, but he shut down the angles really well. And yeah, overall, I think Khalilzadeh, I mean, typical Khalilzadeh performance. I mean, I don't even need to repeat anything. I mean, you guys saw what he posted on Instagram. What's it called? Milan Mohammadi, average game. I mean, shitty penalty. I would have scored that. I mean,
Yeah.
at least if you're gonna miss a penalty, don't ever take a penalty like that. I know you didn't take a Panenka, but it was so obvious you were gonna hit it over there. Like you were trying to be Jorginho out here. What's it called?
Oh god.
Hosseini, he played really good. I'm gonna say this. When Majid Hosseini plays, our defense looks 10 times better.
Yeah.
He's really calm. He distributes the ball really well. That's why I want to see Majid Hossein and Hossein Kalani be the starting center backs, or even Amin Hazbabi maybe if he improves. But I think in the long run he will start Hazbabi because
Yeah.
Illinois he thinks players deserve to be broken into the starting lineup when they're 25 or 26. So I think he's 22, 23. So sadly, maybe not until the Asian Cup or even after that he won't start. We shall see. Hashim Nejad, I think he was all right. I think he had a decent performance. He's young. He's doing good. I mean, I think Alipur. I think this was one of Alipur's better performances. He was the guy who intercepted that missed pass, and he was on his way to score 1-1. Kusanov basically takes one for the team and side tackles him. I think this is something Alipur is really good at. He's really good at intercepting. He'll come out of nowhere, and yeah,
The pressing. He presses really well.
Now you can see, like, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying he should be a starter, and I feel like our attack is really strong, and he has been quite unfortunate. I've said this in the past many times here before that he hasn't made any like tournament squads due to how good the attack is, but it's fun. But he definitely should have made all those tournaments if you're gonna select Mohanlu. I mean, Mohanlu made the Asian Cup squad and he didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see Alipur, like he's just way better than Mohanlu. Like obviously he's not going to be a starter, but if he makes a World Cup squad, comes off the bench, I'm okay with that. Like I'm not going to complain. I mean, he plays good for his team. I would say he's an underrated player and he's a Paris Police legend. So
Wow.
and then Taremi, I think he was good. I mean, like I think he was average, but I feel like Taremi, he's a very good player. He links up well. He's a good finisher if he gets a chance. But Taremi, when you're in the 18 box, stop being so sweet. Shoot the ball. You don't need to pass the ball all the time. Like I'm not saying be a ball hogger, but it's just really simple. If you're an attacker, or it doesn't matter what position you play, if you're inside the 18 box and you're in a shooting position, don't try to dink the ball to your teammate. Just
shoot. Just rip him, man.
I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to hit it. You're either going to hit it to Mars, like Ehsan Hajsafi or Nur Afghan.
Yeah.
You're going to hit the back of the net, or it's going to take a deflection and go in, or the goalkeeper is just going to make a save and it goes out for a corner. That's the worst that can happen.
Yeah.
Some players they shoot too much, and I think they should shoot less, like Nur Afghan.
Yeah.
But Army, who was a prolific striker, and he does pass a lot. I know he's good at link-up plays, and he is clinical himself. Like I remember one of the games, like he attempted to pass the ball to Hashim Nejad when Ali Alipur was in a better position, and if he played the ball to Ali Alipur, he would have been 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and I think he would have scored. But and then another time, Taremi brought the ball up, and he wants to like wait for the defender to come to him, and then he wants to pass it, and he completely misses his teammate, and it just goes out for a goal kick. But I think, just take a shot, like have a rip. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, Hossein Zadeh, I think he was a little ghosted this game, but again, I don't think he was terrible or he was like a disgrace, like nothing like that. But I don't think he was anything special today. And yeah, he did get subbed off before the penalty shootouts. So, yeah, I mean, who came on? I mean, can you go to the substitutes? Scroll down.
I think FootMob wasn't really.
No, I can tell you. I just want to see the substitutes. Okay, now I have an idea. I'll tell you who. All right, so
Kushki came on. I
Timo
mean,
Mohamed came
yeah,
on. Oh yeah, Forbunny came on for Ezat Tulahi.
yeah,
He got injured, and yeah, I think it was unfortunate. Nuraf Khan came on. Kushki came on, and Mehdi Taremi came on. So yeah, I mean, those guys came on. I think Horbani had a really good performance. He was playing really well. Took a good penalty in the penalty shootout. Overall, I don't think nothing else can be said about that, but he was pretty good. Who else? Timo Mohabi, I think he came on in like the last few minutes of the game, and then basically for the penalties.
yeah,
Who else? Okay, Noor Afkam came on. I think earlier in the game, he had a shot on target. Goalie made a save. Overall, typical Noor Afkam performance. I mean, I don't really have much hope or confidence in him. I mean, you saw what he was doing in that Cape Verde game. He was the first penalty shootout in both games,
hmm
which was honestly surprising for me. And when he scored against Cape Verde, you saw his reaction. He was acting like he scored a game-winning penalty in a World Cup final or in a
the
knockout round.
ego, the
Like he was
ego.
acting like, "Yo, I played in the World Cup final and I scored the game-winning penalty," you know. And I was just like, "Stop!" Like if you see Jahanbach doing that against Japan, that was in the last kick of the game, Asian Cup against Japan. If he celebrates crazy like that, I would understand. But this is a friendly game. You're not even a starter.
Yeah,
It's just a friendly. You got cut from 5 tournaments, and you're acting like you won the World Cup or something. Like, calm down, calm down. Like, yeah, there were good penalties. I'm not saying you took bad penalties. You need to
the
relax.
ego. It's just the ego is crazy. I don't know what
Yeah, I was just
where
like,
does the ego come
something
from?
I have to complain about this game was Galinoy. Knowing that this game was going to penalties, you should have brought on players who are good at taking penalties. Like, scroll down.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know what. Like, if you wanted to bring Timo Mohabi for penalties, I don't think that was a good idea. I mean, he's young, I guess, because even Taremi said this in the interview. He said 10 players were scared to take penalties in this game, and that's ridiculous. So if you're going to be
yeah.
scared to take a penalty against Uzbekistan, so how are you going to feel like when you're taking a penalty against France or Brazil or Germany? Like, how are you going to feel? Like, are you going to be nervous against them too? Like, or are you going to be nervous
I don't think
taking a
we'll ever
penalty?
be in a penalty shootout situation against
Well,
those teams, but
no. But I'm just saying, like,
I know what you're
for ten
saying though.
players
In
who
a pressure situation, who wants to step up? And no one wanted to
No,
step
I
up.
mean, you just have to be calm. I mean, penalties, I know it's easier said than done. I know, like, okay, if I'm saying it, it sounds really plain and simple. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but I know what it takes to take a penalty. I mean, I've missed penalties before. I mean, not in a penalty shootout, but in practices, of course, but practice makes perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot Kushki came on. Oh, yeah. Kushki, he really stood out. He took out
For
like
me,
3 or 4 players.
bright spot of the game for
Bright
me.
spark of the game. Definitely brought some flair.
Dribbling,
Definitely brought
like
some
taking
flair.
players on, give me the ball and get out of my way mentality. Like
When
you get
Heidi came
like
on,
like
so
Lamine Yamal Musiala mentality. Like just give me the ball and I'm gonna take two guys on. I'm gonna dribble. I'm gonna create chances. I'm gonna just I'm gonna do something. I'm not just gonna
no,
sideways pass backwards, blah blah blah. I'm going to have balls and I'm going to do something in this game.
no,
I
but my
love
main
that.
takeaway from the penalty shootout, why I'm not impressed, is he brought on players who don't even take penalties. Like, you could have easily, like, if you could have brought Canoni on, who's a good penalty taker. You could have brought on,
Yeah, but
uh,
he calls up Kanoni and Kanoni doesn't get a single minute.
like, no, I'm just saying, like, if you know the game's gonna go to penalties and you really want to win the penalties so bad, you could have brought Canoni on, or
Yeah,
like,
but
why are
that's
you
the
letting
issue.
players?
Like Darren, we've talked about Gallinoi is retarded.
No,
I
but he
think
didn't let Taremi take a penalty, and then at the
exactly,
end
but
of
that's the
the
thing. Like
game,
he's retarded. Gallinoi is retarded. Like
no, but you know what
you have to
Gallinari
remember,
did?
like there's an IQ challenge there for Gallinoi. Like he's not smart. He's not. He's nothing. He's an idiot. He's a puppet. He's a puppet. He just sits there and yells at Nur Afghan, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot!" That's
No,
all
no,
he
no. But
does.
you know what he said at the end of the game? Yeah, Timo Mohebi misses the penalty, terrible penalty. And then when Milan Mohamed took the penalty and he missed, Alinoy was like, "Who the hell let you take a penalty? I didn't say you could take a penalty." Like one of those situations where, like it's a free kick and the player wants to take the free kick and then the coach yells at you, he's like, "Oh, who the hell let you take the free kick, or I didn't think you could take it." That's basically what Tyler told Milan Mohammadi. I mean, that was a terrible penalty. I mean, trying to act like Jorginho. I mean, let's not forget he does some goofy stuff like at the World Cup last minute against Spain. He wants to do a fancy throw-in.
Front flip throw-in. Oh,
yeah, fancy throw-in. I mean,
that literally became a meme.
Funny,
that became such a meme.
But then today, he tries to all of a sudden be like Jorginho in a must-score penalty. And then he freaking...
That's how you know you're dealing with like an idiot. Like Mohammadi's the guy. Like again, that front flip throw-in was against Spain, right? When he messed up the throw-in.
Yeah.
In a pressure moment, Mohammadi, he's the kind of guy that when all the pressure's on him, where he has to think of a solution, he is gonna ditch all the work and all the practice he's ever done, and he's gonna try some new technique he's never tried before when the whole world is watching him in the worst moment ever. Just absolute idiots, man. Like, who are you? You're not Jorginho to do that kind of penalty. Who are you at the World Cup to do a front flip header? A front flip throw-in against Spain. Idiot. I didn't tell you, just mentally challenged player right there.
Salah Hardani was so inconsistent today. Like, he had some good moments today and some really bad moments, some poor passing. I mean, yes, I forgot to mention that Salah Hardani, like, I think he's a decent player, but he had so many bad giveaways today. But I mean, yeah, definitely in the second half he looked a lot better, but first half he was really disappointing. I mean, like, he gave the ball away so unexpectedly, and that's what led to Uzbekistan having dangerous chances. And then, yeah, I don't know why Arya Yusufi didn't play today. I mean, I think again, I think he should be playing. I think he should be the starting right back if you're not going to use Rezayan. I mean, Salah Hardani, he's a decent player. I don't think he's bad, but like he has some like dumb like bozo moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and then yeah, Baron Van, I think he played really good today. I think Baron was really good today. He made good saves, came out really well, good distribution, didn't fuck around, didn't mess around. But yeah, I mean, overall, this game was just like, I mean,
underwhelming.
It was just, yeah, exactly. It was underwhelming, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad we're not going to play Uzbekistan. I'm going to be so pissed off.
Imagine our friendlies are announced, and they say we're going to play Uzbekistan in March. Yeah.
I'm going to be so ticked off.
But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
We've always played them.
Yeah, let's move on from this game. Anyway, those are the two games where we drew both, where they weren't wins or losses. Underwhelming. We'll see what the Federation has for us in March. I don't have high expectations. We don't
even have our stadiums are basically remodeled.
But anyway, to end this edition of I don't even have a name for this thing that me and Darren do, but to end this video, we're going to now head over to x.com. And Taremi had things to say. Taremi had things to say after the game today. And basically, these are the overall talking points from Mehdi Taremi today. He says, in the past 2 to 3 years, from up above, from wherever you can think of, they are ruining football. He is referencing the federation, just top to bottom, corrupted, careless, just filled with idiots. He also says, how is it possible only 2,000 people go to Zob Ahan Sepahan Derby? Azadi Stadium has not been finished in 4 years. Esteghlal Persepolis have to go play in Shahristani. I think that's a stadium, right?
Yeah, it's another stadium in Tehran.
Yeah, another stadium. But if you know anything, bro, Azadi, they should Esteghlal Persepolis should be a game played in Azadi Stadium, bro. That's our country's. That's the stadium in Iran. That's supposed to be our Coliseum. You know what I mean? He also goes on and says, why? So that 50 to 60,000 people don't gather in one place. If this is the idea, then what do you want to do? Ruin football? He's basically talking about how the federation, people in Iran don't want 60,000 people gathering for a game because it would bring a sense of community and coming together and this and that. I also just realized our faces are in the way of these quotes. Let me move us over. He also says, talking about just the field quality. Is it possible for Tractor's field to always be ruined? Our 4 to 5 big teams have ruined their pitches always. So what? So people don't gather. These are really bad translations of what he was saying, but he's just talking about just all, in football in total, not just Team Melli, but just the Persian Gulf Pro League, top to bottom. Iranian football is just in the dumps. It's just in the dumps. And I have to agree. I mean, how can anyone disagree with Taremi? Like, objectively, Iran in club football, in the international team, and Team Melli, compared to everyone else in Asia, not even the world, just in Asia. Let's focus on Asia. It's just, we are a big team by name in Asia, but our facilities, our money, the way the football is run, the infrastructure, the football infrastructure in Iran is a joke. It's not even top 10 probably in Asia, the way things are done. So just, I guess Taremi just ranting today. I bet there was probably things he's been frustrated with for a while now, and he kind of just exploded today and had the balls to say these things. But I don't disagree with anything. I don't disagree with anything he's saying. These are the things that are plaguing Team Melli and Iran from advancing as a country in terms of football. Obviously, the biggest thing that keeps Iran from getting to the levels of what Japan is doing with their youth systems and everything, what Australia does, what Saudi Arabia is building with their league, the Saudi Pro League, it's outside of football. It's the political whole shit, the regime and everything. That's like the main gating factor. But the actions of the people who work in the federation and everything, top to bottom, Persian Gulf Pro League, don't help as well. Like, the people running these institutions, they're not helping either. They're just adding more fuel to the fire. So, yeah, Darren, thoughts on what Taremi had to say.
I agree with what everything Taremi had to say here. I mean, yeah, it's a real shame, and it's honestly disappointing. It's like basically it's like basically when I was in high school, the high school was under construction since my freshman year, and then my senior year, the construction was done. So in like 3 years, it was done. And here he's saying, in 3 or 4 years, Azadi Stadium has not been finished. I mean, Iran played I think they only played like 2 games in Azadi Stadium this year, and then they had to remodel again, and it was just weird. And like, when I look at the Iranian Pro League, like in the past, like Azadi Stadium or other stadiums in Iran, like Esfahan or other cities in Iran, they look really good grass, good quality. Obviously not like Santiago Bernabeu or Camp Nou level. Obviously not. I think the only stadium that is as good as those stadiums is the Azadi Stadium, because I've been to the Azadi Stadium like about like 10, 15 years ago, like 2011. I went to the Azadi, and I've seen how beautiful it was. I was 9 years old. It was gorgeous. Like that field was. I mean, I don't know if you've been there before. No,
I haven't. I never got to go.
You never been to Iran?
No. Well, no, I haven't been to Iran since 2014, but the times I did go to Iran, I didn't go to Azadi Stadium when I was in Tehran.
No, I went to Azadi Stadium twice, and I watched 2
Nice.
Team League games.
Nice.
2014 World Cup qualifiers.
Nice.
So those were nice, and the field was really nice. Beautiful grass, green. One of the biggest stadiums too. A huge crowd. So it was, it was really magical. But yeah, I mean, it's just like when I look at the Iranian highlights, like the Iranian teams, they have to play in Shahristan Kodos, which is like, even they had a good stadium too, or a good field, but it's just like absolute shit. It's basically a backup stadium. Azadi is not available, which that's been the case for quite some time now. And yeah, it's just, like our federation, it's obviously it's not the best lately, and due to political reasons. I know, but I know somehow Iran still performs. I mean, obviously, I feel like none of these really, they don't play a big factor with Iran's performance. I mean, it does somewhat, but not, I wouldn't say entirely. But overall, it would be better if we had better fields, better friendlies, better pitches, better atmosphere. Of course, obviously, these things definitely help the team out for sure. But
well, I think it just also would help youth wise, and if the political climate wasn't so shit in Iran, maybe youth players in Iran go abroad more. Maybe people from abroad are looking at Iran more. Bro, you look at what this Iran team has been going through, like the conditions they play through. And this is our country spiraling into the depths of trash the last 30, 40 years. Imagine this was Iran playing in the times of the before the regime when things weren't so shit. Imagine like this Iran team played with what Japan had. The just like the Japan as a country as a whole, how advanced they are, the infrastructure they built with the football, the academies, the everything, the development, because they have the money to do so because their country isn't so bogged down by all this other bullshit. Imagine if Iran had like realistically, if Iran historically Iran is like Persians. Persians are like top 3 greatest human civilizations of all time, the Persian Empire, right? If Iran was what China is today in terms of a country, like how powerful they are in the world, how technologically advanced they are in the world, their society, their infrastructure. If we were on the level of China, Saudi Arabia, bro, I would be pretty confident Iran would have more Asia Cups. Iran would make quarterfinals at World Cups. We would have more resources. We would have more
Even
support.
unlucky in major tournaments, I don't think really that plays a factor
Well,
here.
I think it does because
Not as much, really.
I think it does because just think of how many more resources on the football side of things that Japan, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Korea, they have way more money. They have way less distractions. Remember the England game last World Cup? England didn't beat us. What was it? 9-2? What was the final score?
6-6.
6-2. England didn't beat Iran 6-2 because England was better than us 6-2. England beat Iran 6-2 because of the political pressure that team went into that match with. Oh, this team plays for the regime. This isn't our Iran. Blah blah blah. All that bullshit. England beat us because of that sole reason. These players were distracted. The women life freedom movement in Iran was going on at the time as well. All that bullshit. If you take all that away, a healthy Iran, what Iran is supposed to be in the world right now, like a world superpower. We're supposed to be a world superpower. We're supposed to be USA level, China level, Russia level superpower in the world, but we're not. If we had that, bro, I don't see how you don't see it would make things better. Like just the
Sure, it
amount.
would, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like in major tournaments we got an unlucky because look at the, like a team like Qatar, they spent all this money, or Saudi Arabia, and yet their national team's not even that good, really. So
But
that's
they don't have the football like Saudi Arabia. I can name like one Saudi Arabia legend. The difference is Iran has a rich history of football, bro. We have legends. We have Asian legends, bro. We have a history in this game. Those guys don't have a history. Those guys are a bunch of rich kids that are barely getting into football the last 20, 30 years, Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Iran's been doing this. Iran has a rich history. That's why I think it makes a difference. Like it's really poetic that the issues you see with Azadi Stadium, right? And then you just look across the Persian Gulf. You look at Saudi Arabia. You see what they're doing as a country. You see what the Saudi Pro League is doing. You look at their stadiums. Iran should have the stadiums right now that Saudi Arabia has. Iran should have the money in their league that Saudi Arabia has. Iran should be like a top Asian destination for football. But no, it's Saudi Arabia. It's the J League. It's the Chinese league. It's the Australian league.
Australian league is not good.
But players still go there. Like some legends still went there like 10 years ago. No legends come to the Persian Gulf Pro League because
Oh,
one, no legends go to the Iran's league. No legends. Name me one legend.
oh, legend. You're saying. I mean, like Serge Aurier plays on Persepolis, dominant player in Ivory Coast.
Serge Aurier? I didn't even know that.
He plays on Persepolis.
That guy's not a legend. That
No,
guy's a
I'm not
bum.
saying he's a legend, but he was a key player for PSG. I mean, yeah, I mean, there was also Estevao signed
Is that
many good
true?
players
Serge Aurier is at
from Premier.
Persepolis? No way.
Yeah, he eats a lot of fried chicken and pizza and Coca-Cola
Let
now.
me see this. Hold on. Oh my god. How did this guy find himself in Iran at 32 years old?
He went from Galatasaray or Naspor.
Oh my
No, and then
god.
Eswell signed like players from the Premier League. J. Lloyd Samuel, Aston Villa legend. I don't know if you know him.
Samuel, yes, I know who Samuel is.
J. Lloyd Samuel.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Aurier is at Persepolis. I didn't know that.
Rest in peace, by the way. You
Yeah.
remember him?
For who? Who?
J. Lloyd Samuel. Rest in peace.
How'd he die? When did that guy die?
Car accident. He died 7 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a really key player for Aston Villa, Fulham, and he joined Eswell out of nowhere. I didn't know who he was even. Then I realized, oh, he was a key player for Aston Villa. Played almost had 200 appearances for them, or even Fulham or Bolton. But yeah, I mean, no, Iran signed some good players, and then like foreign players. I mean, you see this Uzbek guy on the Uzbek national team, Oronov. He plays on Persepolis, and he's caught the eye of Juventus. They've been keeping an eye on him. They want to sign him from Persepolis. He's 24 years old. So the Iranian Pro League is not that unnoticed, actually. I mean, yes, it's.
But think of how much greater that. This is my whole point. Like we're still making World Cups. We're still competing in group stages. We're still competing at Asia Cup. And this team is fundamentally from the grassroots. Iran's football is just fucked. It's just fucked because the country's fucked. Just fundamentally. Now imagine if things were great and there was no regime. We're a world superpower. We're friends with the USA. We have all this money. We're a tourist destination still. Like, we're in Japan. Like people go to Japan. Oh, we're going to Tokyo. Oh, we're going to Osaka. Bro, people should be saying, "Oh, I want to go visit Tehran. I want to go visit Esfahan. I want to go see the history. I want to go see the culture." That's what I mean. Like Iran, if they were what they're supposed to be right now, the national team would be a lot better as well. Because there's literally would just be way more resources. There would be more funding. There would be just more of everything. Kids wouldn't be growing up wearing
Right, what?
the kids wouldn't grow up wearing like B-Tech Nike, B-Tech Adidas football cleats and like wearing FC Barcelona's
What's that?
jerseys.
What's FC
Just
Bunkalow?
because I remember last time I went to just wearing the shittiest jerseys made from like polyester, like trash bags and literally, bro. I remember last time I went to Iran, I bought Chelsea jerseys and Bayern jerseys for like 5 toman. And 5 toman is
That's like
like
50 bucks.
5 toman is like 1 millionth of a penny, bro. It's just like the shittiest quality everything.
No, but in Iran, if you went to Iran, they had like the good jerseys too. Like I remember a good David Beckham jersey from AC Milan was 100,000 tomans, and I went to the store and I asked the guy, "Oh, where do you guys get these jerseys from?" And they said, "Oh, we bring them from Dubai." So that's why they were like the original deal, like they were authentic jerseys,
The
like
real
Dubai
ones, yeah.
here, and they were 100,000 toman. I'm like, damn, okay, Iran has some real jerseys. I asked the price.
Some they're not common. Most people are wearing
No,
fake
no, no,
shit.
no, no. They do have them. Like when I would buy a jersey, they're like 20,000 tomans or less than 30,000 tomans. But then like a real original authentic jersey or jersey that's like what's the jersey where it's authentic and then the other jersey, what is it called?
Player issue
No, there's
jerseys.
an authentic jersey and then like a jersey where it's just the badge logo is just embroidered, but it's not like player version.
Oh yeah, there's player version and then there's replica.
Yeah, replica. Okay. They didn't even have replicas. Like they had something worse than replicas. Like Iran,
Yeah.
and those were under 30,000 tomans. But then the real ones or replicas were somewhere between 100 to 110,000 tomans, and they were in this good store in Tehran called Moniria, which was like by my grandma's house. And I remember, and they even had the real Ested. Like, oh, it's even funny. They didn't even have the real Ested and Bears Police jerseys or Iran jerseys. You would have to go to Moniria to buy those, and the price was like somewhere from 80,000 tomans or more, or even cleats. Same story. Like you go to the soccer stores, like by your local neighborhood. Like I bought some like fake, I think like indoor shoes. I mean, they were really nice. Don't get me wrong, but like they were just basically some like They're basically it was basically the same thing you would buy from Dick's Sporting Good, but like
Yeah.
the like fake version or the shittier version. But and yeah, and when I went to Monterey, like they had all the good cleats, all brand new cleats, all those good stuff. So this the soccer stores are good there, but it's just like like I said, like 5,000 Tomans is or 10,000 Tomans is like basically almost $200 or more.
Is 5,000 Toman $200?
I don't know from the top of my head, but I know
No,
like
it's
one. I know
no, no.
1,000 Tomans. Oh no, I do remember this. 10,000 Tomans is $1.
When was the last? When is that from though? When, like
I
recently?
actually don't know. Like I said, I don't know
Dude, I
this
think
from the
it's
top
way
of my
worse now. I think it's
Well,
way
if
worse.
you look it up, it's probably different now. Exactly.
You're saying 10,000 Toman was $1?
Is $1. When I
Yeah, okay.
looked it
Actually,
up
that's
last time.
and I
I
think
don't know when it was,
it's
but
worse now. I mean, it just continues to get worse, but
so
yeah,
basically, if you bought a shitty Iran jersey for 5,000 Tomans, you basically only paid 50 cents for
50
it.
cents exactly. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, so you paid 2 quarters. Dang it. So that's like almost as much as
a
a
jersey
quarter
for two
pounder
quarters,
back in the day.
bro. You can't even buy candy in the U.S. for 2 quarters anymore. That's crazy.
You could buy a gate, bro. That's even cheaper than a Powerade bottle.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
80
Powerade
cents.
bottles are 89 cents.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, but anyway, it's been an hour. I'm done talking about Iran because these guys piss me off.
We're gonna.
We'll be
Yeah,
back.
we'll
I
be
mean,
back. We'll be
we're
back.
not going to wait until March to make Iran videos. There's going to be news. So me and Darren will be back to talk about Iran soon. Um, Probably when the friendlies are announced. We'll do a early friendly preview whenever they announce the March friendlies.
We better have some good friendlies. I mean,
Better
don't
be
get me
some good
wrong. I think
friendlies.
we're gonna turn it around from here. We'll have Sardar Osman back next time. We'll have
That's the
Ali
yeah.
Kuzma. Who else? We'll have
Gaidi.
players back.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
positive.
really consider. I mean, we have Heidi today.
But I don't count that. I mean,
I know,
he's
but
not
like
a known
Heidi is like
goodness.
for me, Heidi is like he's good, but like I think he's just gonna come off the bench.
But
I don't think
anyway, but
stars.
that is true for the March friendlies.
Oh,
Osman
we
should be
have
back.
John Bash. I
Goalies
mean,
Jahan Bash will have
well,
gotten
I'm
his
excited to
minutes.
see. Oh, Rami Mena.
The players that we were missing this time around, the guys that went for the under
Oh,
20,
Syed Manesh.
the
Oh yeah,
the under
Syed Manesh.
the under 20, the guys who went for the under 23 team also, Hossein Ijad and everyone will be back. So we better play better. I mean, we better have better performances in the
No more
March
police
games,
on it.
and Golizade will also be back. So I do have hope that we'll see better performances, but these two games the last week were not good performances. And 4 more games. Remember, 4 more. People don't realize 4 more games until we play. 4 more games until kickoff at the World Cup. 4 more games. So it's not too far away. Darren, any last words before we sign off? I gotta go submit a homework assignment. It's due in an
Just
hour. So
please select Syed Manesh and Hossein Ijad and Sarah Faisal, and please use them in these friendly games to prepare them for the World Cup. I'm sure they'll be a good addition to our squad, and they're basically the future. So one of the future players. So definitely use them. Youth is your greatest strength. Don't underestimate the youth Illinois. Don't say, oh, the young players should be developing and getting game time at club level or youth levels. No. If they're ready to play, and if you're going to select them, you might as well select them. And Saad Manish, these players I just named, are all doing good for their respective clubs. So, like, what else do you want them to do? What, you want them to score hat tricks? You want them to go to Real Madrid and then you're going to select them?
no. Yeah. What you said, Galinoy, listen to Darren, or else we'll come take your
Or else I'm
job.
necking you.
What?
Or else I'm necking you.
Or we'll just come take his job. Like literally hire me as a team manager. It is what it is. So anyway, it's been me and Darren. We'll see you guys probably for whenever the friendlies are announced.
Yeah. Or maybe some Champions League games.
Maybe maybe I'll bring Darren on for some club talk.
Yeah,
But
Bayern Munich.
yeah, this guy supports like 5 teams though, so I don't know
No,
about that.
I don't support five
He
teams.
basically supports like 5 teams, but
I'm Chelsea.
You were in Chelsea 10 years ago in Iranian school. That's all I'll
I
say.
was. No, I was
No,
talking
you
about
were not Chelsea. You're such a liar. You were
what
not
team do you
Chelsea.
think I support? Okay.
Bro, you were hyping up Barcelona like 10 years
I
ago.
was never a Barcelona
Bro,
fan.
I swear.
When did I? I've never hyped Barcelona in my life.
Maybe it was a different guy, but
No, it was not me. I'm a Real Madrid fan.
oh, see, like
Bayern,
so he's a Chelsea fan and he's a Real Madrid fan. He's a Bayern
fuck
fan.
Barcelona. I'm not. No. I refuse to wear a Barcelona jersey. No, that's the one team I hate on.
All right. We'll bring Darren on for probably like some Champions League roundups when I do Champions League roundups. So anyway,
Yeah. Hey,
I gotta
next
go
week.
submit a homework assignment.
All right, peace
See you
out.
guys in the next one. Peace.
Ciao.